What's up, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. It is Friday. What is it? March 3rd. That's what it says right here. The last day of the week. This is week 2, day 10. I made it to the end of 2 weeks, folks. I've had a lot of fun. I almost fell asleep in the shower this morning. I'm glad it's Friday. Let's put the mic in front of me. How many days in a row can I forget to put the mic in front of me is the question. Want to give a shout out to all the psychopaths out there still optimistic about our industry. But, I woke up today and I felt better, folks. I felt better about the talent in this industry. I know a lot of times we spend time discussing people's technical prowess, wonderful technology, brilliant developers, great traders, all of those things. But we also, friends, have a lot of talent in the arts. Right now at ETH Denver, people are showcasing their talents. And I'll share, if you haven't seen it on Twitter yet, I'll share something with you right now. Them showcasing their talents. Hold on one second. Let's give me a second. Let somebody else shine for a second on my show. Here we go. Let's do it. Let's get this going here. Let's watch these fellas. Let's watch these people do it. We'll go to
one of them asks, what do I do?
What do I say? What do I do? I run around with a machete.
Big machete.
The neighbors call the cops on me.
Cops after me.
Searching for liquidity.
Gotta exit now, but anyway, we don't talk about crypto. No. We don't talk about crypto. Grew to live in fear of the dumping and the rugging, looking for a coin that will certainly be mooning, gaping into Ponzi's and other scams. It's tough to be full-time DJ and looking at JPEGs when I should be nouning, grappling with a protocol I do not understand. Do you have weak hands?
The token millionaire with zero in his bank when he sees a bear.
Acapella.
Walk the plank when the tax man comes. See how fast he runs.
We don't talk about crypto. No. Where's the music and the crypto?
Wow. I have to admit that I didn't actually watch that thing all the way through. Muted. I actually hadn't watched that all the way to the end. They had some technical difficulties. They couldn't quite pull that off. Oh my God. That's like, what are they doing? What were those people doing? They literally hung out together and they were like, okay. Unironically, they were like, let's change. We don't talk about Bruno to we don't talk about crypto. All right. That's fun, folks. Okay, guys, what laughing at his plebs. Hey, what's up? It's fun. It is fun. Chris, were you there? Are you guys who is at ETH Denver right now? And did you witness that performance? Who are those people? I guess I could do some research. That's okay. They're putting themselves out there, folks. And I say on this show all the time, don't expect people to be what you want them to be. And I don't know. They really went for it. Oh, you did not. Chris was playing the guitar. Oh man. So look, are there any bears out there? Anybody, or not even have been bearish? Have you been looking at the market and have you been thinking, and look, we're not talking price, folks. I'm never talking price. You all know that it can go up or down, but I'm just saying, were any of you on the sidelines thinking that last pump was fake and that there was going to be a dip? So maybe it's your time right now. We've had a little bit of trauma in the markets. There's a little bit of uncertainty surrounding Silvergate Bank. I think there's a little bit of uncertainty banking in general and crypto. You know what I mean? They are working tirelessly to separate those things. crypto and traditional banking. We're going to talk about that in a second. We'll talk about the my algo exploit. If you have anything that you think that I should know about the my algo thing, have I missed anything? I haven't seen a lot. I have had somebody reach out what they're hearing, and that's pure speculation. It's not that exciting, but it is what it seems to be. It makes sense. We'll talk about that in a second. And all right, let's just go look at the markets. Has it stayed pretty sideways? Let's look. Coin market cap, everybody. Coin market cap, everybody. We're going to make it to the end of this hour. I'm awake. I have coffee. You guys are tuning in. And like I said earlier, this is the 10th day, the second week. And I want to say thank you again to the guys in the comments and the people tuning in. This has been a lot of fun, and I'm going to keep growing it. My entire idea from the beginning is that I have to muscle through 3 months of this until I could potentially get this pretty good. So we're only on day 10, 2 weeks. I'm feeling good about the progress so far, and it's going to continue to grow. I think I'm going to add a new feature next week to make this more accessible. It was a great suggestion on Twitter yesterday. I'm blanking right now because my brain doesn't work on who made the suggestion, but they said, hey man, later in the day, I would love to watch this, but I don't want to watch the whole hour. Can you possibly cut together a quicker version of the show and put that on YouTube so we can share it, on Reddit and all these other places? I want to shout out to Governor Hat for pushing me into Reddit. I don't really use Reddit that often, so I'll try to be on there. I'm trying to grow where, I am, so more people can check this out. All right. Coin market cap, everybody. Okay, let's get rid of those silly people. But again, I'm not making fun of them. I am making fun of them, but I always appreciate people putting themselves on stage and humiliating themselves. I am confident those people came off stage and were like, yeah. I just imagine the audience. I mean, what are we doing? I mean, who are you guys? You're not the guys that were wanting to listen to that. I just don't believe it. I don't think you're the gals either. Maybe you are. Maybe you're the gals. You're a little sweeter. Maybe me and you are a little sweeter. Me and the gals are probably sweeter to them than most of you guys. All right. So let's share screen and go to Coin Market Cap. There we go. Famous site for everybody in crypto. Let's go over here. Let's go check it out. Has it changed? Yesterday we had a huge dip in the market, if you didn't notice. I actually haven't looked closely at prices this morning, so let's see if they've okay. Well, it's moved up a little bit. It was sitting at 22.3 for a bit. What was it, like 23 something yesterday? Let's look at the chart. What's going on? Why don't you love me? There you go. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. That was quite the cliff. Is this just Silvergate? Yeah, it fell. I think it hit like 22,000 on the dot. That's not what this is saying, but I think it did get as low as that. But there was 22. This is saying 22.2, and then it's been sideways ever since. 22.3, and then it's here. I was hearing yesterday, I was reading that people were saying support was right here around 22.8, and that got just blazed through. And everybody's saying, I'm not, you guys know who I am, but everybody is saying that 21.8, 21.5 is the next place that we should be worried about. Let's look at the last 3 months. Yeah, and then if it goes through that, then you're looking at like us testing those lows again. Who knows? Let's go back here. Enough of Bitcoin. But 22.4, I'm definitely, now this is the thing. If you're one of those people that have been on the sidelines with cash waiting for this to kind of cool off again, maybe you felt a little bit of regret about the last dip, or I don't know, whatever it is, maybe you didn't go in as much as you thought because you thought potentially all those calls for 12, 13,000 were going to happen, and potentially those people are going to be proven right. Who knows what could be coming down the pipeline. There is an aggressive campaign against our industry, and it's more obvious than I think we're making it out to be. And we're going to talk about it. Ethereum is, sitting around. It's still pretty strong. I mean, the difference over 7 days is only down 3.5%, and over 7 days, I mean, Bitcoin's down a bit more. The fact that Bitcoin and BNB are kind of performing the same doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but that's okay. I got all these guys. Solana, I mean, that's still at $21. Is crazy. Let's get to our friend. Where's our friend? You know what? Let's look at our friend over here. Let me make sure I'm sharing. Yeah, I am. Okay. Oh, come on. Why don't I use the stupid mouse? Okay. All right, cool. Okay. So, it's bouncing. It was at like 22, 25, 20, it was low 22s yesterday. So it's bounced back up to 23. That's it. DeFi showing some strength against Algo. Opulus is still doing pretty good. Bank is just slowly bleeding, folks. I don't know how that's going to, that's a true just utility coin at this point. You're using that to boost your bank rewards. Oh my gosh. Oh, Evie. Let's see if this is the right one. My daughter woke up very early, folks, and she just handed me my mouse. See, there are certain perks having sweetness around you. All right. There we go. Vestige is a great site. If you don't know it, it's for Algorand and Algorand ASAs. And what we were going to look at is Algo at 23 cents, and it bounced a little bit. Okay, fine. Who cares? All right. So there we go. There's that. And then there's just what's going on. I actually wanted to look at one thing here. Let me see if I can find. Oh, there's a bunch of interesting stuff here. Where was. Damn it, I had it queued. I guess I scrolled away from it. I wanted to talk to you guys. I guess I'll just have to tell you about it because I don't see the article. Well, on January 3rd, folks, the FDIC, the Federal Reserve, the Office of the Comptroller, whatever those things, the OCC, they put out a statement, and their statement was basically advising crypto. They were advising traditional banking to separate themselves from crypto because of all the risks and all the scams and all the frauds and all of the the bank run risks and all stablecoin risks and liquidity risks and all that. And they basically think that crypto is a threat to the traditional financial system, and they started this year with these types of statements. And then recently, the Fed rejected a membership from Custodia. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Caitlin Long, but she is a big figure in the Bitcoin crypto industry. And she had Custodia. It was a full reserve banking thing that would provide payment and custody services to crypto businesses. And she got rejected. So they are constantly fighting. And then yesterday, Silvergate, which was the largest traditional bank that actually does crypto services, basically admitted that they're not going to make it. They had to delay their reports. And then the one report that they put out there was literally just a blank piece of paper with NGMI on it. Not going to make it. Silvergate is definitely not going to make it, folks. That cute daughter hacking in the background, folks. Sometimes they wake up too early. That's what's happening right now, but we're going to keep plowing forward. Yeah. So now we have Silvergate. Let's look at Silvergate. Are you guys up on what's happening in Silvergate? Let's talk about it. Wow, man. Yeah. Let's look at this one. All right. Okay. Those senators talking to Binance. That's another thing we'll look at. Share it. Let's go here. That keeps on happening that way. I like it this way. All right. So I'm on the block. Silvergate's network unravels, leaving crypto industry in search of new partners. So this is definitely the news of the week, really, outside of what's happening in the Algorand community. It's probably more interesting to a lot of you. But let's just look at this, and then we'll talk about my algo. Circle, blockchain.com, Wintermute, GSR, join Coinbase and Paxos and leaving Silvergate. Silvergate's woes may only be beginning as regulators circle. And I believe the other bank is Signature Bank, and they came out with a statement recently that they're trying to move away from providing crypto services. So this is a huge deal. The US government is trying to squeeze US dollar liquidity out of our ecosystem. That is brutal. And that is what that dip was yesterday. And people will hopefully step up, and there will be different ways that they can get around this. But what they're going to try to do to stable coins, what they're going to do with separating crypto from the traditional banking industry, there's just a lot going on. May only beginning. Okay, Silvergate's running out of customers as quickly as it's running out of time and money. Warned in its regulatory filing that it may be less than well capitalized, and it was reevaluating its business. That was, I mean, in their defense, that's been basically me this entire year. So me and Silvergate are on similar footing, folks. Less than well capitalized and reevaluating its business. Well, you gotta pivot. Got to pivot, Silvergate. Maybe you should go on YouTube and start a live show. You guys can come on mine. Coinbase, Circle, Paxos, and Gemini were among several companies to publicly say they were severing ties with the bank on some level, while people familiar said market making and over-the-counter trading firms GSR, Wintermute, and Blockchain.com have ditched its Silvergate exchange network. SEN, which stands for Silvergate Exchange Network, allows Silvergate clients to send US dollars and euros 24 hours a day. That network had been a key driver of growth for the bank last year, handling over $560 billion in volume. They reported that they lost, I think, $1 billion in Q4. Pretty much all the liquidity is gone from SEN and has moved to other safer banks. What we do need more options. Silvergate is working diligently to file its 10K. Yeah. Whenever a company is on the verge of failing, that is the wording. They're working diligently to file their 10K. We will adapt, and options are in short supply. Signature Bank, which picked up Coinbase Prime users in today's shuffle, is now one of the leading banking partners left in the space, but it's also working to scale back its crypto dealings. Okay, that's great. Short term, it's going to be a shock, but shouldn't be at the scale as the same events we experienced last year. So I think that basically tells us that we should expect some more pain. From La Jolla, which is Southern California, concentrated crypto bank mortgage loan, had to take out a $4.3 billion advanced loan from the Federal Home Loan Bank of San Francisco in the fourth quarter, but shuttered its wholesale mortgage lending business weeks later. Brutal. The senators said that if Silvergate were to fail, as have banks facing a fraction of the withdrawal rates Silvergate has faced, FHLB would assert statutory lien priority on other assets, essentially putting the home loan bank ahead of all other creditors, including the FDIC Deposit Insurance Fund. That could lead to a scenario where taxpayer money bails out Silvergate depositors. Okay, that's going to be a popular thing. An FDIC spokesman declined to comment on the situation, citing agency opening. Okay, was Silvergate's fate very much up in the air? The crypto industry is left to look around for alternatives. For some longtime digital asset participants, the worst case scenario will set the market back a decade. Transactions will settle via wire and be slow moving, while retail investors could find it extremely different as firms like Signature look to move away from this type of business. This is the bad old days, it's saying. I'm not going to read this whole entire article, sorry, but we're going back to 2014. Everyone will have a small regional mid-tier banks until they get uncomfortable with the KYC burden, and then you switch to another bank. There could be a world potentially where there's no card business for exchanges. Stablecoins are good and help once you're in it, but moving in and out will be hard. And if you're in the Algorand ecosystem, you already know that this is a pain in the butt. And for there to be mass adoption, these on-ramps and off-ramps are going to be very, very, very important. So, this in the end is bullish for things like Coinbase, which probably will be able to navigate this. And it can be one of the only very, very well watched places for you to have on-ramps and off-ramps. Okay, let's see how that story develops. All right. And then let's see, is this the other? Okay, then we got this one, another article from the block. 3 senators. Now, this is also, so we have Silvergate, but then we also have this. There's some hyperbole in this. 3 U.S. senators want more information from Binance and its U.S. subsidiary after raising questions about the parallels that might exist around the commingling that occurred between the failed FTX exchange and its sister trading firm, Alameda Research. The assertion that Binance.us is fully independent. Are you guys seeing all this? Sorry. Yeah, good. Right? Yeah. The assertion that Binance.us is fully independent is eerily similar to claims SBF made regarding the distinction between FTX US and FTX. Claims that appear to be false, said our friends Elizabeth Warren, Chris Van Hollen, and Roger Marshall. The later cites multiple reports, including a Reuters, report that Binance CEO CZ authorized a withdrawal of $400 million from a Binance US account with Silvergate Bank to transfer to an investment fund he runs, raising questions about whether Binance US is actually an independent entity. Now, we all know that Binance is on Twitter calling that FUD. Let's actually look at CZ's. I haven't checked his Twitter profile. Let's just see if there's anything interesting here. This is his whole thing. Number 4, are you guys up on Binance lingo or CZ lingo? He puts up a 4 because he ignores FUD, fake news, attacks, and etc. I'm going to join Rand's live stream now. Okay, well, don't do that. Don't leave, guys. Don't leave me. You can do that later. People on Twitter, do you care about recent FUD? And then he's 4.
Oh, no.
We are in an interesting industry, folks. If you sold on someone's photoshopped faked image, then I feel sorry for you, but not really. Okay, I don't know what that says. Does anybody out there maybe put in the comments what this says? Someone photoshopped this and got it to spread widely on WeChat in China. It says I got shot by the FBI. Oh, Binance. Definitely don't want that. This is he's a luminary in our industry, and he's CZ. He's Binance, the biggest exchange in the world. Maybe we should pull out. He is. It's interesting. The stronger we become, I think he deleted it. Bitcoin is. He really does often sort of give financial advice in the sense that he's like, you buy the dip, basically. Then he says, that's not really financial advice. All right. So CZ is not really saying much. So that's okay. What are you guys saying over here? How's it going over here? When they raise the debt ceiling? Yeah. You guys talking when printer go burr? Yeah. Well, I mean, I was on Twitter yesterday with a guy in our community. I think his name is Kimchi Block. Dedicated guy to Algorand, great guy, big part of our community. And he was comparing now to 2020. And unfortunately, in my opinion, these are very different. Not in my opinion, this isn't even an opinion, but they're very different times because, in 2020, there was lots of free money that a lot of us didn't actually account for. And, QE and all that stuff, which really pumped all kind of growth markets. And certainly people got a lot of disposable income. They were bored. They were locked into their house, and they started to speculate on a whole bunch of stuff. So there was a lot of money in, and then institutions rode that wave. Well, now it's the complete opposite. We're running out of money. Inflation is out of control. It does not seem like we have it under control. And, so this is a very different time than that. And so, you got to know what you're doing. And if you've been on the sidelines, you don't make the mistake of waiting for a dip that never comes. So I don't know. This isn't financial advice, but I'm looking at these markets right now and wondering how I'm going to make my entry into some of these things because I am looking forward to a dip. But this does seem like just the beginning, folks. I don't see how the momentum can change. And sometimes when I don't see how the momentum can change, it changes on a drop, on a dime. So that's also possible. Let's look at what time is it? 6:30. Wow, look at that. Let's look at the markets. How are you, stock market? Are you feeling good? Are you guys are the stock market more bullish than the crypto market? Let's see. Let's see. Sorry, maybe I have a little bit of low energy today. Is that what you guys are feeling? Or are you feeling like this is fine, dude? Just talk to us. You're doing great, man. Is that how you feel? Hey, Coop, don't worry, bud. You're doing great. Okay. So I'm gonna share this. I'm gonna go like this, and then I'm gonna go here. And futures are up, but not even futures. Okay, let's refresh. Yeah, markets are looking okay. They're in the green. Bitcoin Ether head article on CNBC, slide on Friday as investors weigh potential fallout from Silvergate. Coinbase, others, we all know that. Stocks gain as 10-year yield falls back below key 4% level. That's something we were looking at yesterday, talking about that wasn't a great thing. Blah, blah, blah. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it grooving. Yeah, it's just barely under 4. Tesla's bouncing back. U.S. says Russia must be punished for war. Dianne Feinstein is hospitalized. She's really kind of getting old, isn't she? Billionaire Warren Buffett still lives in the same home he bought for $31,500 more than 60 years ago. All right, there's nothing. We'll look at Bloomberg too, because you guys know that I check Bloomberg every day. I'll look at the Bloomberg. All right, let's go here. Get out of my way. Americans need to be richer. Yeah, they do. But Wall Street gets wrong about Xi. Okay, that's none of that. Silvergate. I looked at this article. This guy, man, you guys want to look at some FUD? Read this article. This guy's awesome. The basic function of crypto is that you can buy cryptocurrency with dollars and sell cryptocurrencies for dollars. So the basic function of crypto is to speculate and make dollars. I suppose there are other functions, but the main thing is that if you think Bitcoin will go up, you spend dollars to buy some Bitcoin. And then if it does go up, you sell Bitcoin for dollars. Now, this is true. People do this. It's true. But maybe there's a bigger idea happening here, Matt. If you like crypto a lot, or if you're institutionalist, you will do this a lot. And you may find, this is clearly the tone of it too, you may find yourself frustrated with the dollar side of things. Crypto trades globally 24 hours a day. All right, now I'm not going to torture you guys with this terrible article. All right, let's get out of here. Nobody cares about this stuff. And yeah, all right. So how about my algo? How are you guys doing? Is there anything maybe I should check? Well, let's just go to Twitter. I'll go to Twitter and let's see if there is any news. From what I am hearing, folks, is that there is a bit of and this is not from official sources, so take this with a grain of salt, but I am hearing that the people that are affected think it is all my algo, and the people that are looking at the code aren't finding anything wrong with the code. This is what I'm hearing. All right. And I'm sure that that's probably what you're hearing as well. So who are the main players here? We can see what Natalie is saying. She has been pretty, maybe she blocked me. She blocked me. Kyle, let's see if they're blocking me. Yeah. Oh no, he follows me. They're not blocking me. They're not. Okay. Oh shit. Sorry, guys. Let's see. I don't even know what that stuff said. Okay. We don't need to look at this. Let's look at maybe John Woods. By the way, I want to say, when I'm on my show, when I'm talking about these things, when I am, just trying to deliver both sides of information, where I'm trying to actually be unbiased about this stuff, like, and look at what the truth is and provide that to you, so you have the tools to kind of just, know what's going on and make your decisions. That's really all I'm trying to do. If it ever feels like I'm, pointing at a certain person, it's not about the person. It's never about the person. It's just about the things that are happening. That's all I'm doing. I mean, all of the people involved in all of this, like I mean, I feel like I should end this week because it's been a tumultuous week, and there's been a lot of things said and done, and there's people have lost a lot of money, no matter how that money was lost. And I genuinely feel very poorly for the people. I feel bad for the people that are affected by all this. And that is on both sides of this. I mean, Guard and Prismatic and whoever else, we don't know, the people, I think his name is Rob or something. All of those people that have lost significant amounts of money, I feel for you. And I hope that you can get your money back. I hope that they can catch this person and get that money back. And then also on the flip side of that, my algo, I mean, certainly it's been almost 2 weeks. And if they are looking at this code and everybody is looking at this code, the smartest people, I mean, you guys understand, right? That, I mean, obviously my algo is separate than Algorand, but I'm sure there are people from Algorand helping out right now, trying to figure out what's going on with one of the main wallets in the ecosystem. And these are very, very bright, brilliant people. I'm on one of their pages right here. We all know that John Woods is a very, very bright person. And I'm not saying that they're not identifying anything, but from what I'm hearing, they are not seeing anything wrong with the code. And if that is true, there truly isn't anything wrong with my algo. Even if these people have been phished or malware, whatever it is, like, I still feel, I mean, anybody can get malware or anybody can get phished. And it's an easy thing to happen. But I also want to say that I have a partner in crime today. It's helping, kind of splitting a very fragile focus. But I want to say that the people like my algo, we've talked about this, on the show previously, are launching probably their passion, the thing that they've been trying to build for a long time. And it's on the verge. They have it well capitalized, and it's on the verge of launching. And then all of this stuff happens, tarnishing their reputation and all these things. So there is nothing good. And then if you're in the Algorand community, you also are feeling dejected right now. There's just people are feeling really, I mean, it's just the vibes aren't high, folks. The vibes are not high. Except for with Eva. Eva seems like her vibes are pretty high. She's on a unicorn in Denver. That looks fun. She's got her little hat on. All right, so there's nothing here. Who's Eva? It's not you, Evie. It's another girl. Sweetie, I'm almost done. Okay. I know. Please stop talking to me. Guys, oh God. Week 2. Hey guys, 10 days in a row I've done this. And this hasn't happened yet. All right. So John doesn't have anything to tell me. Let's just quickly look at the people that are involved in this. See if they have anything to tell me. No, it seems like everybody is just moving on. And then we'll look at my algo. Yeah, and there's no other thing from my algo other than we strongly advise all users to withdraw any funds from mnemonic wallets. Okay, we all know about this. So we're in a holding pattern, and we're gonna find out what's gonna happen, I guess, next week. And then John Woods made it very clear that he'll do a detailed explainer video about what's happened and what they're looking at. Good old bailouts. Yeah, we all want bailouts, don't we? Having her in the stream is actually a nice addition. Hey, so a guy named Juan says that they appreciate your that you've been here. Okay, Juan. Why did you just make me encourage her? I appreciate you guys, and I this is a lot of fun. These types of events only further my support for the people doing work in the eco, the people grinding day in and day out. And I think that is it's a good point. And, maybe ending this week, as this show, I mean, we still have some time, but just to sort of like solidify certain things. And we say this all the time. I say this, we say that, we say it on Twitter, but like the Algorand community is certainly unique in its I think so. And it's, I don't know, we're a good group. There's a lot of funny people, and that's important. That's important in what we're doing. But it's also just like a really supportive group. And you guys I can see it just based on this show, how supportive everybody in this community has been of me. And if you know my track record, I've been talking about Algorand for 2 years now. I've been on, I mean, close to 2 years. And I've been excited about it for that amount of time, and that hasn't changed. Now, am I delusional? Maybe some of you think so, but it hasn't changed. Now, what has changed are circumstances around Algorand, and you have to be flexible, and I'm always willing to pivot. I'm always willing to, move in a different direction if my conviction dies. But I will say this, it hasn't. And everything that I got into Algorand thinking, bronze medal party, to all the copperheads out there that are excited about the bronze medal party, like I believe in that. And I always believed in it because I thought, okay, Bitcoin is going to stay there, Ethereum is going to stay there, and there needs to be a third option that institutions and large, financial institutions and governments and everything, and us in a decentralized DeFi way, and all of the other ways that we're doing it, big projects that need scale, quickness, and unbeatable tech, unbreakable tech, or whatever you want to call it. The base layer I'm talking about, not the things that maybe you might build on it. That could be broken, but because that's not, but all of that still exists. So that's why I think it, and that's what I'm doing. And then also, as you go along, as I have talked, as I've entered into different NFT communities, as I go to Discord, as I'm on here chatting with you guys in my copper, as I chat with you guys in these chats, as I am in all these different chats that sometimes I accidentally have up on this fucking stream, there's just like a real relationship that I start to build. And now I spend so much time with you guys. And it's like, I feel like even the ones that I haven't met in person or interviewed in person or all that, I feel like a real relationship. So I'm now in this very organically and naturally fighting for the Algorand community in my own small way. It's not like I'm doing anything special, but I'm just saying, I'm committed to it, and I want to see us grow, and I want to see us succeed, because I know that we're a group of small people that we're not small, we're kind of small, a group of a community that isn't just a bunch of moon boys or anything. It's because we believe in the tech, we believe in what this industry can do, and we believe that Algorand is a great catalyst for that. Now, I know that there are other ecosystems, there's other blockchains, there's other things that are out there that are good. But I'm just saying, I'm here with you guys. Silvio absolutely captivates. He absolutely does. And if I want to flip back to complaining, I wish we could see Silvio more. I think that he has to be, this is another thing. Remember that thing, don't expect people to be the way you want them to be. He doesn't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, Silvio doesn't want to. He'll do it. He does it. But it doesn't seem like he wants to be the face of all of this. I watched an interview with him recently, or he was on a panel or something like that, and it was in Italian, and he seemed like, very like just loose, and it was just really cool. So I think that the Algorand Foundation should make sure we have subtitles on a lot of these his native tongue speaking, because I thought that it was super animated, and I like the Italian language. Everybody hit the like button. Thank you, Robbie. Thank you, everybody. You know what I mean? Digibite to the moon. What's up, Jack? There you go. Hey, by the way, Digibite, Litecoin, Bitcoin, you guys are having a moment, man. There's there's Bitcoin, they like the grandpa, Litecoin, and the two sons, Litecoin and Digibite. Bitcoin, Litecoin's a fork of Bitcoin, and then essentially Digibite's a fork of Litecoin. They're all basically the same, except for the fact that Digibite can scale, and there's more of it. But that's also an extraordinarily devoted community. I see it still, and I see it in my timeline all the time. I talked about it for a while. And at some point, there was just a lot of stuff. And it was what happened for me, Jack, and why I stopped talking about Digibyte. Because, one of the main things that I liked about Digibyte is that it would scale and the community, frankly, and that it was cheap and it could move. And that it was truly decentralized. And then a lot of stuff, there was just a lot of fighting in the community. And there was just where was the money? Where they keep on promising upgrades, there was just no money for developer work. And it's like, how does this happen? And my thesis for Digibyte became that it would be just a public good. That was the best case scenario for me. It's like, get Digibyte taught in community colleges and high schools or whatever, teaching developers with that. I think that would be an amazing thing for a chain like Digibyte, a proof of work chain like Digibyte. But there's also this problem with the infinite supply that, you might not want to be worried about it, but the narrative is struggling. Like, so I still have affection for it. I still hold some Digibyte. I haven't completely abandoned that. And I also really like that community. So thanks for chiming in with that, Jack. I don't know. What else should I even talk about? DFly is pretty juicy. How much DFly for the moon mission? Yeah, DFly, man. DFly had its moment. DFly is fantastic. If you guys didn't see my interview with Stefan Heckenberger, if you didn't see that, look at me, man. Come on, guys. I'm not tired. Look at that, just pulling out names like that. You know what I'm saying? Just bow. If you didn't see my interview with him, that's a great interview. You can scroll back into the timeline of my YouTube and watch that interview with the founder of DFly. And they also had a great moment with all of the rekeying, lots of rekeying. They were there already ready for you to rekey to DFly. And apparently when people wanted to reverse that, they were having a lot of problems with Para. They did not have those same problems with DFly. If you were new to the Algorand ecosystem and you're looking to enter, DFly is a fantastic app with a ton of just a great, if you're a trader, you want charts, you want all of this great stuff that you swap directly from the DFly wallet. And if you hold certain amounts of the DFly token, you can get more and more. The best is basically usually the best trade that you can get, the best swap that you can get in the ecosystem. But we were at Vestige or Vestige, whatever you people want to call it. They also do these types of combo swaps. And then Alamex is another place you can do it. And so we've progressed in our DeFi to really kind of optimize our swap. So you don't just have to go to Tinyman, then go to Humble, then go to Pact, and then put in each one. Where am I going to get the best swap? We're kind of really combining it all and getting the most out of our swaps over here. So yeah, DFly is fantastic. And regulators are circling. I don't know. Let's just go back to, let's just see if there's anything. Let's just look at, I didn't actually look at the trade, the crypto paper, sites. I just kind of looked at the articles that I had already. Today was actually supposed to be a weekly recap. I mean, Silvergate and MyAlgo, really, what else are we trying to even talk about at this point? But okay, I want to go to CoinDesk. Then I want to go back to Restream so you guys can see what I'm looking at. And we'll just look at this. I'll give you my thoughts on what I see. And then we're almost there. And then I'm going to see you on Monday. I'm going to get a couple of days. I'm going to sleep past 4 o'clock in the morning. And it's going to be great. All right, cool. You guys can see me. Bankrupt crypto lender Celsius reopens withdrawals for certain custody accounts. All right, actually, I'm curious about this. Celsius, this is good. At least somebody's getting their money out of these scams. Bankrupt crypto lender Celsius has opened up withdrawals for assets and certain custody accounts. Eligible users will be able to withdraw all the funds in their account up to the permitted withdrawal amount. Celsius secured approval to process certain withdrawals. So, who are these people? These aren't people that are in the earn. If you were earning yield on Celsius, I'm almost certain that you are not going to be able to do that. Eligibility for withdrawals was dependent on certain criteria, such as that transfers had to be less than $7,500 when they were originally made. Okay, so certain people can get some of their money back. So that's fine. That's good. I wonder where we're going to go, though. I'm interested about where prices are going. Coinbase acquires One River Digital Asset Management. Oh, Neil Stevenson, the guy that wrote the for what is that called? Oh shoot, I've been meaning to read it. It's on my nightstand. Oh, right here. Yeah, Snow Crash. It's right here. Just look down. Just look down, Coop. All right. First mover, America's crypto markets are sinking. Yearn Finance token, DeFi tokens, Ethereum DeFi tokens are performing pretty well. Bitcoin bridge to Avalanche. Bitcoin bears may still be a bit early, though caution urged. What you talking about? Bitcoin long liquidations hit highest level since August. All right. Whatever. Share this instead. Let's refresh. What do you got, Blockworks? Stacks price stacks up well, outperforming Bitcoin. And that was a mistake. I was looking at that at 25 cents. But I just didn't want to. I prefer that Bitcoin. I don't know. It is fine. Silvergate, Signature, big on crypto. What do they actually do? Ethereum developers push back on Shanghai upgrade. Push back the Shanghai upgrade to early April. Now, this is interesting. This will be an interesting catalyst for Ethereum. A lot of people are going to be able to withdraw their Ether from being staked. Is that going to cause selling pressure? People want to know. I think it's limited to 10% of the stake each month or something. Actually, I should probably, before I just kind of throw out information, I guess I should. What are you guys talking about? Can you guys see what I'm looking at, by the way? Yeah, you can. Cool. What do you, these are two of the good gals in the Senate working towards crypto, bipartisan, Kirsten Gillibrand and Cynthia Loomis. I mean, they're better than the other ones, that's for sure. So Senators Loomis and Gillibrand co-sponsored the Responsible Financial Innovation Act. A revised version of the proposed law will land on the Senate desk in mid-April. The revised version is going to be more detailed when it comes to defining tokens. Okay, that's good. The new bill also has clarified some of the definitions regulators and industry members found troubling. We're trying to address some of the concerns we heard. We're going to try to build out some of the regulatory framework that we left for studies in the first version, and so it might also be more thorough than the first version. Okay, well, great. It would require certainly a change in approach for the banking committee to move forward with market. Okay. Crypto investment vehicles are speculative projects run by reckless companies. We know that's true. Yeah. Sherrod Brown. He's not as excited about these things as Cynthia Loomis. They're prioritizing stable coins. The bill makes a point to place a universal ban on all algorithmic stable coins. So we're going to get a ton of regulation around stablecoins. We talked about it yesterday. The CFTC has a meeting on March 22nd, and the first order of business is DeFi. And, decentralization is speaking of Digibyte and what I was saying about them and Bitcoin, Litecoin, and, all of those other forks and proof of work decentralized tokens are not, they're not tokens. That's what makes them a coin, actually, folks. But my point is that decentralization is a big, big thing. And this is what we should be advocating for if you're in Algorand or if you're in another one. Like what's the path towards real, true decentralization? This is an important thing. And frankly, it's what I got in here for. It's one of the main things I was like, that kind of, when that started to snap into place in my brain, I was like, okay, I'm missing this. Maybe slow down the precious metals that everybody was snickering at me for liking. I also own stocks and stuff too. I'm not, I'm not hoarding. I'm not exclusively hoarding precious metals and ammo, folks. But my point is that, that we're going to get a lot of regulation, and decentralization is going to be more and more important for the survival. And so they kind of stay away from it. Oh man, I'm trying to talk today, guys. I am definitely trying to talk, but okay, so we saw that. Good for us. We like it. There you go. Stacks is going for it. Ripple's counsel's advice to crypto firms: get the hell out of the US. Yeah, we're going to see a lot of that. Hopefully they fix this. Kraken steps away from Signature Bank due to transfer limitations. So what are they using? I think I beat that dead horse, so we're not going to go back into that. Yeah, I think Silvergate stock was down over 50%. It's not a good story. The end of BUSD on-chain metrics paint a bleak picture. That seems likely. We're going to probably have USDC. We'll have whatever else. All right. And then I guess we could go to another thing. Let's just look at another site, see if there's any interesting. Yeah, I'm losing you guys right now, and I get it. I've kind of lost. I should have been more prepared for all this. I don't trust in music NFTs. Okay, this guy doesn't trust. Hey Lee, did you hear that? This guy doesn't trust in music NFTs. Bitcoin miner capitulation has been completely different this cycle. A cycle of minor capitulation can be observed throughout Bitcoin's history when times are good. All right, what are you saying about this? I think it was Marathon that I saw. Marathon sold every single Bitcoin that they mined last month. And I think that that's correct information. Compared to previous bear markets, Bitcoin miners are faring much differently. Okay, how are they faring differently? A cycle of minor capitulation could be observed when times are good. Miners stockpile. Yeah, they're not stockpiling. Okay, I don't need to read this article to understand that they're not stockpiling right now. But by the way, Bitcoin is pushing up a little bit. Tornado Cash. All right. Well, let's just go. I'm going to go over here. We'll look at the comments, and then I'm going to get out of here. Let's see. I've been seeing Bitcoin miners more and more on TikTok. So you're not going to buy my music NFT, Coop? I might. Not because of that guy. I'm not listening to that guy. I don't even know who that guy is, folks. But maybe you guys do. He's some. That's not really my type of music. He's not my type of music. French electronic music. While maybe at a club, in France, doing whatever you might do in an underground club in France, that might make it more interesting. Ryan, let's start an ASA now called Ammo Coin. Short hopple. Oh man, you guys can fight with Lee, not me. I'm gonna be friends with him. Coop, the reason ammo so expensive. Coop's the reason ammo so expensive. All right. JK, Master Jiu-Jitsu and would wave my ass. Man, Gary though, right? Oh, that's another thing, right? And this is I'll end on this. And I think that the industry has a point. And I'm no lawyer for sure. So don't get your financial advice or your law advice from me. You just get information and hopefully some fun and good information, by the way, hopefully. But my point is that it seems like the industry's pushback on Gary is that he's already prejudged all this. He comes out and he says everything but Bitcoin is a security. He's already prejudged it before it's been decided. So I think that the industry is saying that he needs to remove himself, because how is he going to be unbiased and listen to facts? He's already determined. He's already stated publicly what his opinion is. So take that, Gary. All right, guys. Hey, look, they're not all home runs. Don't buy butts. Vote. Yes. Yes for DeFi World. Yes. Everybody, there we go. Let's end on that. To the Algo community, the Algo knots, the Algo fam, the Algo randos. What do you guys want to be? The copperheads, whatever you guys want to be. Make sure you vote. Make sure that we continue to get DeFi rewards, because frankly, folks, we're all a little dejected. NFT volume is low. We need to continue to have we want this. I want this. Let's continue to incentivize our DeFi. It is top quality. I see this all the time when on Cardano and Cardano Twitter and ADA Twitter. People will be like, well, I use Algo and Cardano, but I find myself using the dApps on Algo more because there's more. They're better. It's a better experience. Finality, instant finality, transaction times, all of it is better, right? You might love the ethos of Cardano more. You might love, Hoskins and Charles might speak to you more. But if you actually get down to it and you go and you like DeFi and you start to mess around with DeFi, it is clear. And I have looked at Cardano DeFi. It's okay. I'm not saying it's terrible or anything. And I certainly haven't used it as much as I have Algo, or Algorand, but it is a vastly better experience in my humble opinion. So vote for that. And I'm leaning towards giving 5 million of that 5 million boost to some of the better protocols in the ecosystem to help grow their platforms as well. And I think that is more likely to hopefully go to people like us. But we all know that institutional investors gobble up those rewards too in LP and all of that. But guys, this is a free for all. So, you participate at the scale that you participate. You are lucky that you could, in some ways we are lucky, the smaller fish, that we can participate and get the same percentage of yield, because in the traditional banking industry, in traditional banking, only the rich people can get that cool yield. We can all get our yield at our scale. All right. So I believe in it. I'm excited about it. I'm excited also for the weekend and to refresh. I'll set up a good show for Monday, and you guys will see me on Twitter. And again, I appreciate everybody in the chat. And thank you guys so much for joining. And Crypto for Change, I thank you, man. You've been so helpful. A special shout out to Crypto for Change. I see this. I've seen this recently in the NFT community where different projects are coming together and trying to lift each other up. And the fact that I have another YouTuber here so active, he gave away a monster yesterday. These are valuable things, folks. And he's helping out and spreading the word. So a special shout out. You guys should definitely be subscribing to Crypto for Change's YouTube channel and The Next Block, which he is one of 3 regular hosts on. It's him, JT Invest in You, very smart guy. If you're looking for good chart analysis and good market analysis, JT is a good one for you. C-Will is a longtime YouTuber in the Algorand ecosystem. He's a musician. He's a sweetheart, and he gives good analysis too. So The Next Block is a great group of fellas. Crypto for Change is uniquely better than them because of how awesome he's been for me. So I appreciate you, man. David is awesome. And all of you guys, Governor Zen, just Richard, Algo Richard, John, I've seen John Mazzoni. John Mazzoni, you have certainly earned a Coop coin. I do want to give some of you 1 Coop coin. I'm trying to figure out how to give you guys a Coop coin, and it's not because it's going to be worth anything. Coop coins are never going to be worth anything, but it could be an indicator for all of you that have been here from the beginning. I thought about buying like copper bullion. It's a prize for everybody. It says copper on it. I might still do that. Would that be funny? I don't even know. Maybe it's pointless, and I mail it to you guys. But man, the markup on copper makes it just a bad idea. It's like copper's $4 a pound, and it's like it's just kind of stupid. I mean, and it's obviously copper's not a precious metal; it's a utility metal, and that's why I like that about copperheads is the utility behind copper. So, all right, guys, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I'll see all of you on Monday, and I'm going to keep it up. It'll be week 3. We're going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep doing this, and then you hopefully will do that with me. So I'll see you guys soon.